Good morning, girls. Quick vid of the space. I've cleaned it up for tonight's unboxing. There's some tea there and consecrated salt water. The bonsai is growing beautifully and keeping it moist, as is the money plant. So proud of that. Came from seed about a month ago. And everything else is cleaned up, ready to go. There's the box that we're going to unbox, but I'm really happy with this space right here. These are old shower hooks. We had to take them down and get better ones for the shower, but they are Speak to the Sea, and then I put in the little twinkle lights. Just really happy with the effect, so I thought I'd show that off. That's a witch ball working on, again, I mentioned last week, and the sun and the pentagram, which hang there always. And I'll see you in a few minutes. Good morning again. I just realized I didn't use the shutter. Oh well, guess it's going to be manual tonight. I've been watching some other witchy videos just to get some tips and realized I should probably cover some ground. Again, I know I've mentioned these are mostly for my daughters in years forward. When I'm gone, they can see what I was doing and how I was bettering myself for them. As I said recently in another group, if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of my peeps. So what I do is not selfish so much as it is self-empowering, which is why my about is self-bettering and self-empowering myself through witchcraft. So thank you to the lone follower who has found me. I appreciate that. Hopefully you get something out of it. I don't know. I know nothing, just for the record. I've been practicing off and on, consciously and unconsciously for many years, but I consider myself a novice basic witch. I feel it in my heart, but the methods and techniques are not something that I'm an expert at, so nobody should take my word for the gospel. No pun intended. I am doing these vlogs as a way to, again, speak my voice. My voice is my power. Show my girls to not be afraid to be who they are and share who they are, because if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, that's on them, not on you. As long as you're speaking your truth and from your heart and have good intentions, there should be nothing wrong with what you speak. No lies. Tell the truth. Be discreet. Discreet's okay, just not lying. And I'm glancing down at my notes, sorry. To update on last week's scrying, I'm not a good meditator, so nothing came of the scrying. I tried really hard, but I just am out of practice meditating. I don't reach a trance state. I think part of that is because I had bouts of disassociating as a child, and so trance states are a little scary for me. They don't feel safe. I'm gonna reclaim them back. That may be part of this path that I'm working on, but I do try to at least breathe every day, but true meditation and a meditative trance will come later. It didn't come last week, but I enjoyed the process. I did get one clear message that I shared with one of my girls, because it's about my other girl, but I'm not going to say what it is. She knows what it is. That was just for accountability. We'll see what happens. I got a thought. I don't know if it's going to be true. We'll see. I will try and keep this short tonight. Sometime I'm going to talk about my full path and what I believe versus how I came to witchcraft, but tonight's not that night. Tonight is just a quick and dirty unboxing. This is Wiches Moon from June. It happens to be a cleansing, which I'm feeling is very timely for me. I think I mentioned last week that I ordered some past boxes. I was really excited to see to come. They're here. This one's cleansing. I am coming out of 3 weeks from absolute brutality. I've had virtually no time to myself. This was the first full weekend I've had off and downtime in about 6 weeks. So super excited for that. So it seems like a good time to cleanse, to get rid of that busy energy before we head back into normal work mode. And then, and actually in a few weeks I go on vacation. So next week I may not be able to vlog because the plan right now is for us to go out of town on my weekend. Hubby's got a work thing. Our anniversary is on Halloween. Yes, you heard that right. Our anniversary is on Halloween. I have to work, but that weekend prior, my weekend prior, I think we're going out of town for his work thing so we can spend a few days together, and I'm not going to try and drag everything with me to where we're going. So without further ado, June 2019's Wiches Moon always comes beautifully twined. We'll come back to the card because I know we'll go through it. I actually love I don't talk about this much, but I love their step-by-step, in-depth intentions, which each thing that they pack in the box. It's beautiful. I don't read you every word because that would just be incredibly boring. I do try and read you just the highlights, but yes, we have a guide, and I appreciate that very much. So as we pull out, I'm actually really excited for the first thing, if I can find it real quick. What the heck, we're gonna do it in the order that I touch them. So, the cleansing mantra, some beautiful artwork. I have no idea how that's coming out on the camera, but we are gonna read, in the name of the divine, I am aligned. I detach and discard all energies not of my making. I release all energies contrary to my greatest potential. I clear, cleanse, and transmute them to purified, constructive, and helpful forms for the greatest good of all. I fill myself with the gifts of joy, love, peace, and prosperity as a reflection of the divine. May it be as above, so below, as below, so above, so mote it be. Some beautiful artwork here. That was strength. I love that. I did open the circle off camera again, so we are in sacred space. Just to talk quickly, the cleansing mantra, their normal artist. Refer back to his wisdom when needed. Yeah, you can go read it yourself. The next is about the stag moon, which must have been the moon in June. Again, beautiful artwork, but we don't need to visit that for tonight's spell specifically. And I don't know if I've always, they're beautifully wrapped. They're beautifully boxed. Really safely done. First thing out of the box, besides the artwork, is the consecrating salt, which I did pre-open and use to cleanse, again, hands and arms and some space. I have it in its little bowl right here. I was thinking when I started, I need a little bowl, and then I found a little bowl already on my altar, so perfect. It says about the consecrating salt, I want to get to the crystal. Making the energy surrounding you more sacred, beautiful aromas. It does actually feel good. Visualize a bright light consuming your aura and expanding around you. So again, they give you step-by-step instructions on how to create and visualize, and they're just beautiful the way they do these things. I like all of my boxes. I'm not proclaiming Wiches Moon better than the other. I'm just saying within this company, I love that they're so specific and so detailed and help you so much, because for this novice witch that's getting back into ritual, it just helps the focus. The next thing coming to me is the little packets of herbs. Right? We have sage, hyssop, and elf leaf. Last week for the scrying, I did make those herbs into a tea, and then I also used herbs to burn with the oil. I really did try everything. Elf leaf is a variation of rosemary, and it is a protective energy. The ground sage, we know, is cleansing and protecting, to clear. And the hyssop, I don't know, Hyssop, Again, protective and purifying. So I might burn those, a little bit of those in a little while, probably off camera, because I don't want to bog this down. We're already at 10 minutes. I will do full ritual off camera. This is a rosemary sage bundle, and shucks and so forth. I don't have a candle to light it from, so I'm just going to light it from my lighter and see how it goes. I did sage to open my circle. Let's see how this, see how this sticks, huh? I'm just going to put that, again, I have that holder I got out of Arizona. Let's see how that sticks. The rosemary sage bundle. Prominent herb in the craft, long list of beneficial effects and uses native to the Mediterranean, can reach up to 5 feet tall. Actually, when I was reading this, was thinking about growing some. Our front yard, our whole yard, but our front yard just needs some help other than ice plant. So, I don't know, maybe. Just to have some on hand. Used to protect against the evil eye, okay? So, the Cleansing Book of Shadows artwork we talked about. What's next on the hand? What's next to the hand? This is one of the things I'm excited about. This is a tripod to hold. Alright, we'll read about it first. Hand-carved tripod pedestal to accompany the spiny oyster shell. Yay! One of the reasons I bought this box was for the spiny oyster shell. Again, I live on the ocean. Things of the sea speak to me. Natural energy created during your clearing ritual can be used with an abalone shell and a crystal ball. I have other things in mind for it, but for tonight, let's unwrap the shell. Now this will be exciting, because if it's packed properly, then it is not broken, and I have not opened it to test it to see. So let's try and do it quickly. Let's see if it's in one piece. It looks like it is. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's tiny. So, sits on its pedestal like so. Yeah, the rosemary doesn't want to stay there either. I'm telling you, I live in a moist, damp environment, and it's hard to keep things burning. That should go for a little while. Hand-picked, ethically sourced from beneath the ocean's floor off the waters of South America, specifically for this purpose. Used in jewelry, subtle orange glow, the ability to present clarity in our thoughts and emotions, giving us direction towards choosing wise paths on our journey. So that ties into what I've been talking about. The power of my voice, my journey for clarity and truth, my journey for authenticity. This is who I am. This is how I get through my brutal weeks, which I'll talk about someday, but I got distracted by the rosemary smoke. It's going really nicely. Back to the shell. Used to bring patience and understanding into our mental and emotional state, and providing us with a subtle strength to see your practices through to the end. So, my children will tell you, I've never been one of patience. They don't even know how impatient I was before they were born 30 years ago. I have much more patience now than I did as a teenager and as a young adult. But everybody could always use more patience, and I know I can use more patience with my with the youngins at work. There's a much younger generation than me at work, and I am generally momish to them, and I am generally patient with them. But I could always use more patience, so that's good to remind myself of that. Next, out of the box, we have, this might be the crystal, which I was also looking forward to. Again, unboxing. I am doing some ritual with you, but some ritual off camera. 13 minutes already. The squint was to see how long we've gone. I'm going to try and keep it under 20. Oh, no, this is not. This is the oil. Beautiful jar of oil. And I love that these are full size, like even almost double size jars of oil. They really are generous with their serving sizes. This one is banish, which must mean to banish negative and evil energies. Yes, banish magical and very powerful. It's been created with the intention of dispelling negative and unwanted energies around you. See, I'm learning. As you anoint your tools and self with this oil, visualize a large white orb becoming larger and larger around you. This visualization accompanies your intention to bring about an energetic field of protection. We find comfort in knowing this oil acts as a barrier between ourselves and those things that wish to harm us. Let's just see how it smells. Oh, I can anoint my burn barrel, because there will be a burning later, because I did write on the parchment, as I was reading from earlier. Really subtle smell. Super subtle. Okay, next out of the box. This will be the crystal. Because, you know how I can tell? Because it's in a beautiful white bag. Alright. I think it's blue sodalite, I think it said it was going to be. Yes, blue sodalite crystal, a large piece of crystal, which I would love to run through the rosemary sage. Come on. I had it going, and then it stopped again. Alright. I'm being a little paranoid about ants right now. I found a couple as I was cleaning. Alright, the blue sodalite. Journey for truth and wisdom. Great Journey Stone is a wonderful ally in our practice of psychic insight, divination, tarot, and other intuitive rituals. I do have a couple of tarot decks. I have not used them in years. I need to re-energize them, but it's one of those someday things as I get back into this. Break through our ego, carrying us on the plane of insight so we may formulate new thoughts and understand patterns. Tune in and connect with our inner genius. We all have one. And I step clearly onto my path of understanding, open to receiving guidance and wisdom from my inner self. Just a big old lovely piece. Let's go ahead and talk about the card since it's in my hand. You know, the card they pick for you. Meditate and select a card from Namaste, Blessing and Divination cards by Salerno. Take time to reflect it. So this is a sunlight blessing, which is really interesting because I practice complete and utter sun avoidance. Like, I'm not kidding. I avoid the sun. I had a bout of melanoma a year and a half ago or so. I avoided the sun before that. I certainly avoid it now. But I respect its presence and power and divinity. I'm not disrespectful. I just avoid it for my own health. The blessing reads, a ray of light bursts through the cloud of uncertainty and darkness transforms to light. So again, it's just helping you see your way through. A new day is born and the first buds of spring appear. You are blessed with the birth of something new. A new season of your life begins with this very special blessing. I love the artwork in the back. I love the butterflies on the sunlight. So that was meant for me. And I will meditate on that some more later. Add that to our bag of bags. Next is, I really should learn to pull the candles out first, don't you think? So we can light the candle as we do this. But next is a pendant that has artwork on both sides. Sunburst and runes, which I'm gonna have to read what they are about as soon as I put it on. I don't have really anything else on right now, so we're going to go and put it on. Oh, it's really tight up high. Okay, that might fit in with my line of other pendants. Let's see what it says. 3 rays of, sorry, the 3 rays of witchcraft. That's right. Pewter pendant with chain. Designed by Pendant, who wrote a book called The 3 Rays of Witchcraft. I've never heard of it. I'll check it out. This pendant brings with it the energy of the 3 rays of witchcraft, resembling love, wisdom, and power. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, my voice is my power. I'm old and I'm wise, and I do all of these in love. Implemented by our will. On the back of the pendant is the sacred symbol of the Temple of Witchcraft. As you wear this, allowing its symbology to bring clear purpose and conviction into your cleansing and ritual work. Can be worn throughout your day. Blah, blah. It is beautiful. It's really heavy too. And the traditional, it came out of its twine. But this month's incense bundle is, I'm not going to try and put it back in its twine until later when I'm labeling it. I've been labeling them. Clarity incense sticks. Fill your space with purifying and cleansing energies. As you allow the smoke to dance through your surroundings, visualize the color, smell, and touch of your surroundings become more apparent, and you shift into a more now state. Hey, kind of what meditation is supposed to do, huh? I have a new incense holder. I still have also my old candle, but I have a new holder that we're going to use for that. Light it right now. It's a soapstone holder that wasn't very expensive off of Amazon. You don't get to pick your design. They have 4 designs. They just send you whatever you get that day. I was hoping for another one, but this one's fine. I still love it. When I unpacked it, it felt incredibly warm in my hands. It just picks up whatever energy is around it. And we're gonna get the rosemary going again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, there goes the incense. The rosemary is just not gonna cooperate. All right, there goes a little bit more. And finally, we'll do the spell as the last thing. We'll read the little ritual on it, and then we'll close it up, and I'll do my own ritual to close everything, because that's the last thing. Yep, that's the end of the box. It's the candle. There's twine. The last month's, I don't know. It didn't really have a scroll work with it, but it came with this is well anointed already. And I do have a holder ready to go that will hold it. Yep. And the silencing. I am here and now. I am clear and void of emotions past, my fear destroyed. I ask to silence, I ask to clear, so that the sacred divine silently appear. For in this moment my thoughts are true, my intentions thus strong, manifestations can brew. As the moon clears the sky, her beauty and wraith, she brings with her this night the silence. So mote it be. All right, that's the box. We're at a pretty good time. I vlogged, I think, as much as I want to vlog. This actually brought up a lot too for me. So I'm going to think about that before I close the circle and read a little bit more. The oyster shell I know can be used for incense clones and sage bundles. I am going to burn because I like to burn. And that's going to do it for now. Blessed be. Everybody have a good week. I love you. To the moon and back. Be safe.